What's up YouTube? It's TF Collector here, and today we are going to be reviewing the Transformers Studio Series 07 Leader Class Grimlock from the Age of Extinction movie. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging that Grimlock does come in here. It's a very big box, so we're going to move Grimlock out of the way. Right here we got a picture of Grimlock in his Dino mode. Very cool image there. He is number 7 of the Studio Series. His name is Grimlock 8 and Up Hasbro. He is from Transformers Age of Extinction. Transformers down the side, Generations logo there, Takara logo there on this side of the box. He is number 7 of the Studio Series. He is a leader class. On the other side of the box here, you have another picture, the same image of Grimlock there. Authentic Transformers Autobot logo there. On the back of the box, he is big screen inspired from Transformers Age of Extinction. His name's Grimlock from the Hong Kong Pursuit. Some nice images there of Grimlock transforms in 30 steps. Freed from his confines, Grimlock unleashes massive Dinobot force. You know what else is massive? Anyways, backdrop included. We'll take a look at that later. Number 8 Blackout review coming soon, and number 6 Starscream review is already up. At the bottom of the box you have barcode, the top Age of Extinction. Now, before we take a look at the figure itself, he does, of course, include his instructions. He is number 7 of Studio Series, Grimlock, Age of Extinction, Transformers there, Generations there, 8 and Up. Nice picture of the figure there, and on the back, Takara and Hasbro. Now, moving on to the figure himself, before we take a look at him, I do want to apologize for this video being a couple days late. I actually recorded this video a couple days ago, didn't like the way it turned out, so we're back here recording it again. But anyways, let's take a look at the figure, and I must say this is my favorite figure that I've reviewed so far here on the channel by far. Right up front there you have a very nice head sculpt of Grimlock. Looks absolutely beautiful. You have the red eye and the rubbery teeth there. Looks very nice, both sides. There you have this awesome spinal detailing that goes all throughout the figure. Looks awesome. His little arms here in the front, we'll talk about the articulation on those here in a minute, and just the scaling all throughout this figure. The little pointy edges, the ridges look absolutely awesome. You have his big dino foot there with his 3 toes. His tail here is, as you can see, a mace that has been transformed into a tail, but I still think it works. I think it looks pretty cool overall, and I really just love the paint job they gave this figure. That's my biggest plus on this figure is just the paint job. Just look at it. They painted the entire thing in this gorgeous green silverish color, and I just love the way it looks. Now, of course, since Grimlock here transforms into a dino, he does have some articulation. Starting off here with the head, the mouth can close and open, which is a very nice feature. I personally dig it when it is open. The little arms here on the front are on ball joints. As you can see here, they can rotate all around, and that is very, very nice. The legs here, you can move this skirt piece out, and they can go out on a nice ratchet, and they can also move forward and backwards. You do get a bit of a knee bend right here if you want to use that, which is very nice. The feet here are on ball joints, so you can move it up and down a little, as well as turn the foot side to side. The tail does not move, which is a little bit unfortunate, but overall the details and the articulation here in Dino mode are beautiful. And for a quick comparison here in Dino mode before we transform Grimlock into his equally as awesome robot mode, here he is with Studio Series 02 Stinger in his robot mode, just so you can get a sense of scale there. And as you can see, Grimlock, even in Dino mode here, absolutely towers over top of Stinger. This really is a very large figure, and I love the way it looks. And with all that being said, that's about all to say here for the Dino mode. It is absolutely beautiful and looks awesome, but let's transform him into his equally awesome robot mode. So let me raise the camera here and we will get started. So the first thing we want to do is grab his little dino paws here and go ahead and move them up like that for now. Now what we can do is come to this back skirt piece here and bring it down, and just bring these pieces down like so. Now what we want to do is we can come here and flip this little skirt piece up, and we can come here to the side and we can untab this section. You can see there's a tab there that goes into a slot back there, and this piece is also clipped into the hinge itself, so you can open that up like so. Those two clips just go on each side of that. Focus camera. Do the same thing on this side. Untab it and unclip the leg like so. That is a very tight connection on mine, which does scare me a little bit at times, but it hasn't broke yet, so hopefully that will hold. So the next thing for us to do here is go ahead and close that mouth like that, and we're going to actually untab his mouth from both sides. You see those slots there just go up into those tabs there. Let me raise up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing on the camera. Anyways, we're going to grab his fist here and pull that down and extend this entire arm up like that for now. Then we can come to this side and flip these two pieces up, and they will merge in the middle and tab together very beautifully like so. And now what we can do is rotate at the waist like that. You can pull this skirt piece forwards, and what's going to happen here is both sides of the legs are going to merge together. They're going to tab together with that tab and slot, and also there is some slots up there that these tabs right here will go into. So this is a very, very hard process. You want to make sure that these skirt pieces are down and out of the way. And basically what we're just going to try to do here is bring these two sections together and meet them in the middle like that, and then tab them together. Tab together, please. Tab together, please. Please, I beg of you. Please, I beg of you. Oh, we got one in. Oh, we got two in. And there we go. That is very stressful every time. You got to put a little effort into getting that step done. A little more than you should, actually. That's my only real complaint with this figure, is that step right there. It makes me a little bit nervous sometimes. But anyways, we can continue down here with the legs. You just want to extend them, and basically this knee joint is just going to come forward and click into place, and then you can straighten the leg out. Do the same thing on this side, just extend it forward. That knee joint will click into place and extend that out. Now coming down a little bit, we can bring his toe out from the back of his leg. It just goes into that groove there. And we can rotate the foot 180. Do the same thing on the other side, bring that toe out. Rotate the foot 180. And you can line all this up. These skirt pieces will just stick out, and this skirt piece should fit perfectly between them. If it doesn't untab like it really, really loves to do, please stop it. Stop untabbing. It should look like that when you're done. That should all be lined up. Hopefully your skirt piece doesn't fall off the way mine does, but mine really loves to pop off, which gets on my nerves. Now what we can do here is we can work on the arms. So just bring this down, swing this around, swing this piece inwards, bring this piece outwards, and there you have that arm done. And on, whoa, that was squeaky. On this side, we can bring the arm down, rotate it around, make sure that hand stays up, and take this piece and bring it up, and that will rest up in there. And you can bring that spike down if you want, but I personally like it better up like that. And then just take these arms and tuck them up in there, line those up however you wish. That's really just a preference thing. And then take this piece on the double hinge, swing that in, and the last thing to do, click the arms back one click, come here, grab this section, pull this down, swing this around. You can click that back where it was, extend his little horn here on the top of his head, and come around to the back and make sure that piece stayed flat, and just push that down. And there you have Studio Series Grimlock in his absolutely beautiful robot mode. And after a very interesting and intriguing transformation, other than this stupid piece, the figure that you get in robot mode is absolutely beautiful. We can just come in here and look at some of the details here on Grimlock. You can see that face sculpt there is absolutely beautiful. Looks just like it did in the movie. Absolutely awesome. I love the shaping of the head. Also, you have this nice spike, which is a little rubbery, so you don't stab your finger off. And just all throughout, the details everywhere. even these teeth and the chest, even the skirt piece, it is annoying during transformation, but in robot mode, it looks awesome and is very movie accurate. The heads on both sides, which never made that much sense to me, but you know, and these are also rubbery. You will not stab your finger off there. His awesome looking mace here looks pretty cool. Can't complain about that at all. And his arm is very nicely detailed, of course, as is this entire figure. This side, of course, having the fist instead of the mace. I love the asymmetrical design they went with, even the legs. I mean, a lot of this is what you saw in Dino mode already, but you have his big toe there. I think that this figure looks absolutely awesome. And the best part here, you rotate him to the side, and there is absolutely zero backpack. This is maybe the best backpack in all of Studio Series, because there literally isn't one. This figure looks amazing detail-wise, but can he move like a leader class? I'm gonna tell you. Now, this figure does have some pretty good articulation, judging on the design and how it hinders it a little bit, but not very bad. Overall, the articulation on this guy is actually really good. So the head is on a ball joint, but it cannot rotate full 360 just due to the design, but it can look side to side. It can also look down a good bit. Can't really look up just due to the way he's designed. The arms are on ratchets. They can move up, but due to these horns, they cannot do the full 360. They can also move down like that. The arm here is on another hinge there. You can move it out. There is a bicep swivel. If you get this dino arm out of the way, there is a nice elbow joint there, and the wrist also swivels, which is very nice. On this side, all the same except for the wrist swivel. That, of course, is not present due to the big mace. He does have a waist swivel, which is very nice. He can go that far to that side and that far to that side, which is very, very cool. Now, if you get these arms up and out of the way, you can move these skirt pieces out of the way. You can move that one up, and these two do come out a little bit to give you a little more room. And this back one does come up all the way. The legs can kick forward that high. They can kick back that far. They can kick out that far, which is a good, nice range of motion. You do get a thigh swivel there. You do get a knee bend to 90 degrees. And if you want to untab the leg, you can get a full range of knee bend there. Just make sure you tab that back in, and down here at the feet, they are on ball joints, so they do tilt slightly side to side, and they also can rotate a full 360. So overall, not bad articulation, just due to the design. Some parts of the figure are hindered in their movement, but overall, I think he moves pretty good for a big boy. And just to give you a sense of this guy's size here in robot mode, here he is with the same figure from earlier. Number 2 of the Studio Series, Deluxe Class Stinger, and as you can see, Grimlock towers even more over Stinger in this robot mode. I miss when leaders were this large. Now they make them Voyager scale, which sucks, but when you get one here and there that's this large and this tall, it's very cool to see. And the last thing to talk about with any Studio Series figure is the sadly soon-to-be discontinued display base that comes in the package. And here, as you can see, you have the Hong Kong sequence from Age of Extinction. You have Age of Extinction written down there, 7 of Studio Series, Transformers down the side, and if you want to use this as a display option, you can plop Grimlock right there, and he can help Optimus Prime in the Battle of Hong Kong. So that is my review for the Transformers Studio Series 07 Leader Class Grimlock from Age of Extinction. And I must say that out of the figures we've taken a look at on this channel so far, this guy is by far my favorite, and I will go out on a limb and say that he is a top 5 Studio Series figure of all time for me. I absolutely love this figure. I think he is beautiful in both modes. I think that the designers of this guy did a great job making him look like this, and the transformation is enjoyable other than that stupid little skirt piece that pops off a little too easily, but that doesn't ruin the figure at all for me because you can just pop it right back on, and the transformation is worth it because when you get to both modes, this guy looks absolutely freaking awesome. Now, they did recently re-release this figure because he was going for insane prices on the aftermarket. They released him as part of Buzzworthy Bumblebee, so I think that dropped the price, especially if you get him used for quite a bit of money. Now, with that being said, if you see this guy for a price that you're willing to pay, get him on the spot. This figure is absolutely awesome. I would highly recommend it to anyone, especially someone that's like me and is a fan of the Bayverse films. Yes, I know I'm in the minority, but they're fun and they're awesome, and right now we're really missing them, I must say. But overall, if I had to give this guy a rating, I'm gonna say it. Transformers Studio Series Grimlock is a 10 out of 10 from TF Collector. This guy is awesome. I love the Dino mode, love the robot mode. I think he moves decently, not great just due to the design. You can't get a whole lot of articulation, but I think overall he moves very well with everything being considered. And of course, the paint job, the details, just everything is beautiful on this guy. And I have no complaints other than that stupid skirt piece. But like I said, that doesn't ruin it for me. I think this guy looks awesome, and I highly recommend him. 10 out of 10 from me. That's my review for Transformers Studio Series 07 Leader Class Grimlock. Highly recommend this guy. Get him if you can. I'll see you soon with his wave mate. That, of course, being Blackout. Could Blackout be another 10 out of 10 figure? We'll find out together. I'll see you then. Peace.